Hello viewers, thank you very much for watching Gibbs TV. This particular lesson takes into account the second part of literature review discussion. Specifically, we will discuss how to search for literature review. Let's dive into it. Are you looking for information about how to search for literature review or to review relevant or related literature to support your research project or maybe your dissertation or thesis, and you do not know what to do? Remember that Gibbs TV is here to assist. And I'm hopeful that this lesson is going to help you and provide you with the knowledge about how and where to search for the literature. Now, the big question is, where should I start from? It is an undeniable fact that when you write a thesis or dissertation or research project, you will have to conduct a literature review or set to situate your research within the existing body of knowledge. And that is by identifying and filling a literature gap. In doing that, will enable you to find relevant publications from books and journal, and then also critically analyzing them, and also explaining what you find from those books and journal publications. Let's look at some of the steps involved in searching for literature. There are 5 steps. The first step is search for relevant or related literature. Second is evaluate the sources. The third is identify themes, debates, and gaps. And the fourth is outline the structure. And the last step is to write your literature review. A good literature review doesn't just summarize sources, but it analyzes, it synthesizes, and critically evaluates to give a clear picture of the state of the knowledge on the subject. That is why it has these 5 steps. Because once you search, you need to evaluate. Then once you are evaluating, you need to analyze to identify themes, debate gaps, and even help you to outline your structure so that it will serve as a baseline for you to write your literature. In searching, you need to have an idea, okay, because the idea will be utilized to build the topic or the title. All right, so that you utilize those concepts to search into the various scholarly sources, so that whatever information you get, you summarize and analyze, compare, evaluate, and you write out. All right, so these are some of the sources, the scholarly sources we discussed in the previous videos. Before you begin searching for literature, you need a clearly defined research topic or title. And always you begin with the big idea, okay? The concept that you're interested in, so that you utilize the concept to even find out from the literature what has been done on it and what needs to be done, so that the gap can be found. Once a gap is found, then you can be able to utilize the gap to build your title, your research question, and then your purpose, and also going to help you to drive the entire study. If you are writing a literature review section of a dissertation or research paper, you will search for literature related to your research problem, question, major concepts in the theoretical framework that even explain or inform the problem, the question, as well as the hypothesis. Because when you are about to search for it, you need the concept within the research question, the problem, and even the theoretical framework. Let's consider this particular theoretical framework, the tripartite model. The tripartite model is a sociocultural theory. It's part of the sociocultural theory of body of image, because the sociocultural theories of body of image, such as the tripartite by that of Thompson and co-authors in 1999, proposed that social media influences body image perception by conveying messages that emphasize the importance of appearance and even pressurize the attainment of unrealistic body ideals. And based on this theoretical framework and some other readings, this was the research question that we were able to formulate. And this was the research question we have been utilizing throughout most of the examples, our lecture examples. So take this research question, for example: what is the impact of social media on body image among Generation Z? And this question fit in all the criteria for stating the research question, because we have the interrogative particle, we have the research idea, we have the research idea from the impact of the social media on the body image. That's the idea, which builds on that of the gap as well. And within the research idea, we have the variables or the major concept, the social media, the body image. And also, if we go back to the theoretical framework, the major concept that runs through is social media and body image. We're going to utilize this concept to search the literature. And then also in the research question, there's also another concept there, the Generation Z, that is the affected party. So you must also utilize the Generation Z, social media, body image to dive into the literature. In order to search for the relevant or related literature, you need to make a list of keywords for the variables or the key concepts that you find in the problem statement and that of the theoretical framework and the research question. So start by creating a list of keywords related to the main variables or the concept in your research question, problem, or theoretical framework. Here, you must include each of the key concept or words or variables you are interested in, and list any synonyms and related terms associated with the variables that you find from the research question, the problem, and the theoretical framework. You can add to the list if you discover new words in the process of your literature search. So take, for example, some of the keywords that we found from the theoretical framework, the problem statement, and that of the research question. It includes the social media, the body image, and Generation Z. So here you will find synonyms for each of the variables or the concepts. So when you take social media, some of the synonyms are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and several others. We have also body image. Some of the synonyms to the body image are self-perception, self-esteem, mental health. And when it comes to Generation Z, the synonyms to Generation Z takes into account that of teenagers, adolescent, youth. So these are the keywords that you will be using to search for information. Where to start or begin the searching from? You search these keywords from that of the various scholarly sources. So use your keywords to begin searching for sources, some useful databases, and search engines to search for journal publication articles. Some of them include that of the Google Scholar, JSTOR. Even you must start from your university library catalog to look for some of the information. Then if you must also, you can search it from EBSCO. EBSCO is the leading provider of research database, e-journals, magazine subscriptions, e-books, and delivery services for academic libraries, public libraries, and corporations. When you come to Project Muse, it is for humanities and social sciences. Medline is also for life sciences and biomedicine. Ecolate is for economics. Inspect is for physics, engineering, and computer science. And you can also look into JSTOR. JSTOR is a digital library of academic journals, books, and primary sources. There are other also scholarly sources that one can also rely on. The Internet Archive, the Semantic Scholar, the Google Scholar, the Routledge, and several other, and even the ProQuest, Braille, ProQuest. All of these sources you can be able to look for information by using the various keywords and their synonyms. How to conduct a literature search? You can use Boolean operators to help narrow down your search. Okay, you don't want to include irrelevant information, so you have to always limit the search. These are some of the operators that we utilized. These are the standard, but we have more that we can use to do is like a pro. So the standard Boolean operators are the and, or, and not. And is used to find sources that contain more than one keyword. For instance, if you have social media and body image, If you are using Google Scholar, you type in social media and body image, and you have to select articles because you want articles, not case laws. And also, if you want to use the or, you type in the keyword and its synonyms. So for instance, or is used to find sources that contain one of a range of synonyms. For example, that of the Generation Z or teenagers or adolescents. As you can see here, it has been typed in Google Scholar. And make sure you select articles. Not as a Boolean operator is used to exclude results containing certain terms. For example, you want to look for apple, but you don't want the fruit, maybe Apple phone, Apple laptop, but not the fruit. Because of that, when you type in apple, you should also type in not fruit so that it will not bring apple fruit. It's very important, take note of that. Googling is a hobby for many of you, all right? So Googling for information is not a new thing to you, but do you do it like as a pro? You know, do you do it as a pro? Utilizing all the the Boolean operators. So some of the Boolean operators, the advanced one that you can utilize to do it as a pro include quotation marks. Quotation marks. If you look at the right-hand side of the quotation marks, you see, I love you. I love you, mom. I love you, mom is in quotation marks. Using quotation marks in your search terms lets you search exactly for that word. And it means all your results will have your search term in them. So you want to limit your search. So you want all articles or information that contains I love you, mom. Okay. The next element is dashes. If you want to exclude a term from your search, include a hyphen before that word. Okay. If you want to exclude any term like football, okay, you have to make sure you include a hyphen before football. Third, use third when you want to also see synonyms to appear in the results. For example, if you look at the example here, music classes, you want to see all synonyms to classes related to music. So if you look at the above inquiry here, your search for music will bring music classes, music lessons, music coaching, and several. You can also utilize sites to also, the site operator, use this operator to search within a specific website only. You can also use the vertical bar, you know, the vertical bar also can be used to search for websites that have any one or two or all of the terms that you are looking for. For example, browse, shared, chemist. So of the website that, you know, contain the browse, shared, chemist will pop up for you to look into it to find out what you want to look for. Then also we have two periods. Two periods. Include two periods when you want to search within two number range. For example, you want movies ranges from 1950 to 1970. So in between the dates, you put two periods. You took two periods. That is why you see that movies 1950, period 1, period 2, then 1970. So in this case, you include two periods when you want to search for the number range between 1950 to that of the 1970. All movies that ranges between 1950 to 1970 will show for you to pick what you want to watch. So it's very, very important to do your search as a pro. In summary, in order to search for relevant or related literature, try as much as possible to use, one, the key concept of variables that you will find from your research problem, research question theoretical framework. Then also utilize the Boolean search to do it as a pro. And then also make sure that whatever Boolean search that you are using, the technique should be done like a pro. Thank you very much for subscribing to GIS TV. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you.